Well, welcome back, guys, to 30 Days of Selling. This is day 6 of 30 Days of Selling, and today I'm talking about the various types of selling platforms and avenues that you can sell your stuff. So it's pretty simple. I'm just going to keep it kind of short today. So there's a couple main platforms you might be thinking of. If you just have stuff around your house and you need to sell it, you could sell it on eBay, Craigslist, Facebook, Letgo, OfferUp, like all these apps. The main ones I use are Facebook and eBay, and Craigslist is like used to be the thing. In my opinion, it used to be like Facebook, but I think Facebook has taken over that role more so. That's just my personal opinion. So if I'm posting things now, I'll post it online on Facebook or eBay, depending on what it is, or sometimes both. And then a couple other things I might post on like Mercari or a few different apps. And I wouldn't totally discount those apps because like I actually sold something off of Letgo today, which was really interesting. And it was on Facebook as well, but somebody contacted me on Letgo. So it is important to know like or OfferUp, where you're posting. You have to make sure where you're posting. Yeah. So that's that. And then outside of a couple of those online avenues, there are a couple other options. You can obviously have a yard sale. I'm big on those. And I think that is like the last hurrah. So I think you should post everything on these online platforms first. And then after, say, a set duration of time, you make it up. Maybe a month, 3 months, or 6 months, half a year. Then have the yard sale. Because what I think is, and what I found is you can sell things for a lot greater, or you can make a lot greater price, cost, whatever you have online than you could say in a yard sale. And so if you post them online, then you wait for a little while, then you have that time to say, I tried it, but I guess it didn't work. So then the yard sale is like the last hurrah. Like if it didn't sell on Facebook and eBay, I'll put it in the yard sale. Maybe somebody will buy it for like a couple bucks. And then past there, after you have the yard sale and it doesn't sell, then I think it's time to go to. There's like a couple stores around town, like Plato's Closet, or there's a place where we live. It's for like women. That's called Style Encore, or just different places like that. But basically, they're just clothing places. And there's even sports, played against sports, places like that. And so what I would recommend is after you posted it on eBay and Facebook and these different avenues, have the yard sale. And then after you have the yard sale, if there's anything left over, then take it to these other, like, what I call last resort places. Because they'll give you kind of the least amount of money. And so take it to these places like the Once Upon a Child, Played Against Sports, Plato's Closet, what have you. And then after that, if that doesn't work, then that's when I say, okay, now it's time to donate it. And of course, if you don't want to do any of this stuff, you could just donate it anyways and get a tax write-off. So if you're trying to get a tax write-off, you could do that. However, you can just make a lot of money just selling it, and it's relatively simple. But the thing is, we're trying to get rid of our stuff. We're trying to make more money and have that I just want you to live life to the fullest. Life is too short to get concerned with things, to get tied up with things, and it's just really not that big of a deal. So you might as well, if you're going to get rid of your stuff, sell it and make some money and put it in. If you put it into these certain selling platforms and avenues, then you can make more money. And so real quick, I would say anything that's big, sell locally. Like if you're trying to sell, say this painting or a couch or something, sell it on Facebook. Anything that's of high value, I would sell something on like eBay. Or video games and stuff, I like to sell on eBay because they always ship quick. Like I can expect, if you price a video game system correctly, it can sell in like 2 days max. But then the other thing, Mercari, I use for a couple clothes, and Depop is like a hipster app I told you about. It's for some clothes. The same thing with Poshmark. That's kind of like it's more slanted towards women that are on there. But that's also for kind of clothes. And then there's Etsy. If you make things, you can put it on Etsy. And then also if you post on Facebook, you can also post into Craigslist. They're kind of similar. And then Letgo and OfferUp, they're kind of like kind of like Facebook, but not that many people look at them. And I really think that's about it. Those are the various types of selling platforms. And so come back tomorrow, and I will teach you how to correctly ship your items. Because you might be wondering, okay, so now I've made up my mind. I want to sell this stuff. I've gathered my shipping supplies. I've worked on cleaning my items and photographing them. And now how do I ship them? So tomorrow I'm going to show you exactly how to ship your items. And I think it's going to be really good. So come back tomorrow.